2026 is crazy because just with a snap of the finger,
I can become whoever I want.
Whenever I want.
This is one of my AI avatars and he's generated me over $5,000 in profit this month alone. And the craziest part is this guy isn't even real. Now I've tried TikTok Shop, Amazon FBA, drop shipping, e-commerce, literally everything. I've been doing online business for 3 to 4 years and I can confidently say this is the easiest and fastest way to get your first 5K per month online profit. And if you've been trying to make money online for a couple of months or maybe even years, right? You've tried all these business models and you still haven't found any success, it's probably because the business models that you're doing are just a bit too hard, right? The easiest way to make money as a complete beginner with no experience is by being an affiliate. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people make is they try to go into these businesses that they're competing with people that have been doing this business for 3, 4, 5, 10 years. And they're trying to compete with only a couple $1,000s to their name. And the reason you haven't been able to make money, it's not because you're capable, it's not because online money doesn't work, it's just because you haven't found the right vehicle for the situation that you're in right now. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys the exact complete guide that's gonna get you to your first 5K profit using Claude and AI. So stick with me for the next 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna break down exactly everything that you need to learn. All right guys, so this is the exact system that we're going to be using right now. This is exactly how people are making literally 6 figures in a month. It's literally ridiculous, I'm gonna be honest. But just with partnering up with brands and getting Amazon links with these AI avatars, these synthetic avatars that aren't even real, right? Person your ideal customer already trusts. So if we were selling like a random product, right? If we were selling like a Serene Herbs product, like a gut health product, and we're targeting moms, right? My strategy, I would go in with I'd make an AI avatar that's attractive, right? That's old, 50, 55-year-old, that's in really good shape, right? That's selling the product, that's giving out health tips. And we'd be making short form videos, right? We'd post 3 videos a day on Facebook. We'd post 3 videos a day on Instagram. And literally just because, you know, our guy is so attractive, just because, you know, we could literally customize our avatar. I'll show you an example of one of our scripts. So the reason why I have so much fun doing this, not only just because I can create, but literally I can put my avatar literally everywhere. And these are the type of scripts that I send to my editors, but I'm putting them on a yacht, right? I'm giving them objective. I'm being very detailed with my scenes. So I'm like, set the scene at night, right? At a luxury yacht, because we want to make this as realistic as possible in realistic scenarios. And we want to humanify our avatar to make him relatable to everybody. And our script, right? We have an avatar, we're putting, you know, music in the background, right? We're adding subtle ambient sounds from the party nightlife environment. All of this stuff, we're just doing this to make sure that our video actually converts. What you're gonna realize is that, you know, a lot of these people will, you know, you can get 1 million views, you can get 2 million views, but you don't want to fall for like the broke influencer, since like you don't get paid from views, you get paid from sales, and you're not going to get sales if your videos are not converting. So this is an example of one of the scripts that we would write, right? So we're making an avatar, right? To go from an avatar to posting 3 videos a day, to get from here to here, right? We need a script. Right? What are we gonna post? Because you can literally post anything. I see people post like just the most random things ever and they wonder why they don't make any money, right? So this is a hook in one of our interviews. We wanna go as wild as possible and we use Claude to make these scripts, right? But the overall skeleton, I'm using my imagination and I'm using the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule is I'm taking 80% of something that already worked and I'm changing it 20% of the time. So I'm making it as normal as possible, right? It's like a Trojan horse video. We don't want people to think, oh, this guy's selling me something. We want our video to be a guy having a conversation and then he's like, wow, he looks so good. Oh my God, you look amazing, right? Like, think about one of the most organic ways that you buy stuff is like when you're having conversations with other people and you're like, wow, your biceps are really big. What have you been doing? Oh man, I've just been doing some creatine. Oh, where'd you get the creatine, bro? I'll send you the link. We're basically replicating that, but in the videos. If you can learn that one concept, you're literally going to beat everybody. So we're doing the same thing, man. You guys look so hot. How do we do that? How are you guys both single? I'm married. This is actually my son. What, your son? This is the interviewer. How old are you? Then our avatar is 65, but he obviously looks like amazing, right? So he's 65, right? What the heck? How do you look this good at your age? 3 things just watch. And the body script, right? Number one, we're talking about this. Number two, and then number three, we're obviously just plugging our product. And then we give a reference video over here. So now this is the reference video that we gave to our editors, right? Obviously it has 2.3K likes over here.
You guys are so hot. How are you guys not with any girls?
Habibi, I'm married. This is my son.
So obviously, you know, that's where, you know, the 20%, we change it, we make it 20% better. But obviously this is the skeleton. How old are you?
How old are you?
65 years old, Habibi.
What the heck? How do you look this so good at your age?
3 foods, Habibi. Just watch. I am 6.
And then he goes and then he breaks down his mechanism for looking old. But all of a sudden we're giving, and then Claude with our script, we're making 2 random things and then we're just plugging our product. And the thing about this is you really only need a couple sales every single day, right? To make your first couple $100. Because if we do the math, you're able to get commission, you're able to get literally 300. Some of these brands are giving out 300% for every 1 order you get. Some of these brands are giving out 200%. So on a very popular campaign, right? On a very popular campaign, if we just go on Amazon and we search up Serene. If we go over here and let's just say we sold this product, usually it's at like $38, right? And we were able to get 200% on that. To do $160 every single day, we would have to make 2 Instagram sales. And that would put us on pace for literally a 5K profit month just by making these AI videos over here. And with Amazon Link, all you're doing is you're setting up through Amazon Associates. But the biggest thing, right, is understanding this flywheel and understanding that if you're able to go viral and you're able to make scripts that consistently, right, if you're able to make scripts that consistently convert and actually have the skill of copywriting, you're probably thinking, yo, Faraj, like, okay, what's the difference between a guy that makes like 30K per month and what's the guy that makes 5K per month? It's his attention to detail and his script writing. If you can't make good scripts, you're not gonna make any money because you're not gonna be able to convince anybody to buy. At the end of the day, this is sales. So the proven script that you could do, like actionable steps that you could actually take is number one, you're researching with Claude, right? You're researching with Claude, you're pasting a lot of, you know, Amazon reviews. You have to know a lot of stuff about your product, right? Like if you don't know the product that you're actually selling, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a supplement, if you don't know the triggers, the emotional, you know, state of your buyer, if you don't know your avatar, who you're trying to sell to, your videos are never going to convert and your scripts are never going to be good. If you don't know the mechanism, if you don't know why, you know, the product that you're selling is better than everyone else's, or all the other people selling the same type of product, but just different brands. If you're not able to effectively communicate that with your copy, then your copy won't sell and you're just gonna be making AI slop. This is the biggest difference between, you know, people, you know, just copying all the random videos, right? Just echo chamber of just AI slop versus, you know, real operators, real people, real copywriters that, you know, actually make money with this. Number 2 is making model scripts. I mean, one of the mistakes that I made when I first started is I just started copying everybody's videos and I wondered why I was only making under 10K per month. When I seriously started making money is as soon as I started making my own scripts, as soon as I started, you know, taking winning skeletons, right? Taking winning stuff that actually worked. And I was able to, okay, this is why it worked. Let me reverse engineer that and let me think outside of the box and put my own spin to that. But I'm not copying it word for word because copying, you're just gonna be depending on another person for income always. The next thing I did is I built a really good system, right? I built a really good system to ensure that all my videos have good quality. One of the other mistakes I see a lot of people make, the reason why, you know, none of your videos convert, or the reason why you would probably quit if you started this or something, is your videos aren't high quality enough, you don't know what to look for, and you're not setting a good enough standard for your editors, right? Most people think I'm just gonna get an editor and everything, but if your editor isn't good and you're not giving him, you know, feedback loops, you're not like, hey, you know, cut this dead space over here. Hey, I want the music in the background. Like if you look at one of my scripts, look at how detailed I am. Like the editor knows exactly what to do, right? He knows this is his objective, this is the scene, he's setting the scene at night, right? This is the audio that I want. This is the interview, right? Like I'm making it as detailed as possible so he can't make any mistakes, right? And this is gonna ensure, right, that my vision actually comes to fruition. Another thing, other than script writing, guys, one of the things I focused on was being able to get my vision, being able to communicate that to my editor, get that script, communicate it to him, give it to him in a digestible way to the point where he could, okay, Faraj wants this, I want that, I want the video to look like this. Putting your videos at the highest standards, right? The videos that convert the most, they're the videos that it doesn't feel like AI, it doesn't look like AI, there's no speech mistakes, right? He's not doing anything ridiculous. There's like a lot of people that are just having fun with the AI, but I was trying to make money. So I set the highest standard possible, and that's why I was able to convert so well. And the next thing, you could have the editors do this, but yeah, obviously just edit in CapCut, select all the clips, enhance voice. You could cut all the dead space, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. You could use 11 labs to enhance the voice too, to make it actually realistic and make it consistent, right? For me, I'm not making random videos for AI. Like I'm not making random videos. I'm trying to literally build an influencer, so every video has to be consistent. His hair cannot change randomly. You know, his voice cannot change. Like everything has to be consistent and congruent so we can actually convert. So I want to go more in depth with how you can get paid, because it's kind of ridiculous, right? So like literally you can get, right, product, let's say 37, 10 sales a day, 200 commissions, plus you get retainers. The biggest things, if you get on campaigns, if you work with an agency that actually works, this monetization process is probably one of the most important things with this, because there's an actual moat with this. Tons of brands out there that literally won't pay you. Like there's people that try to sell ebooks. I mean, ebooks, you can't really make money with those. They don't really convert that well. People have been scammed with ebooks before. So if you're trying to do this with ebooks, that's not the best way to do it, right? You want to be partnered up with an agency that helps you partner up with these brands that give you retainers. Like when I first started this, right, I was giving a retainer to hire my VA. I was giving a retainer, right, to, you know, put towards my credits, right? So I know, right, I have a product, I'm working with a brand that's going to give me, you know, 100% commissions. That's going to give me 150% commissions, 210. Some of these brands give out 300%. Like if we go over here, like if we do the math, right, with 300% commissions, you can literally get 10 sales a day and hit your first 20, 30K a month. I've seen so many people do that. I've seen little people do 10K in a day. And then this is kind of the end point to where I'm at right now with my team. And I'm doing all of this for like 1 to 2 hours every single day. I still run a full-time business. I still am able to hang out with my friends. I'm still able, like, the craziest part about this opportunity is you're leveraging a lot of AI, right? You don't have to, for TikTok Shop, you know, you don't have to, you know, actually be there to film the videos. Like for me, it's like, you don't have to send the boxes to the customers. You don't have to do any of that. You're doing this at the comfort of your home. You're making scripts, right? You're making videos, then you hire to the VA, and you're able to build a lot of leverage, and you're able to build an actual distribution channel. For me, we have 50 videos going out every single day, different scripts to different avatars, and everything's dialed in. And this is what everything could look like. Like you can build an automation. You can have a VA that posts all your videos, or you can Claude code an automation that automatically does it for you. But one warning is don't hire a virtual assistant, or don't try to delegate too fast. If you don't know how to make scripts, if you don't know how to edit videos, if you don't know how to do anything, right, the worst thing you can do is get a virtual assistant and try to delegate too fast. But that's exactly how I went from knowing exactly nothing about AI just a couple months ago to making consistent 5-figure profit months every single month, working only a couple hours every single week, and overall just vibing. If you want the exact agency I work with, that gets you the brand deals, retainers, boosted commissions, and coaches who walk you through it one-on-one. I'm leaving the link in the description, but I'm going to be uploading a lot more on this AI journey because this game always changes. So I'm gonna be uploading you guys, I'm gonna be updating you guys on the stuff we do. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.